So what do we got? A hopper hound manhunter. And a mega beetle baby. Oh, good. Yeah, Space Andrew Jackson is an excellent way to rank him here. He's like, hey, let's come up here and take this hopper hound manhunter. We're going to kill it and then make its mega beetle baby an orphan. Okay, so this thing has claw strike, air leap, combat jump. It's biological, an animal, and a light unit. Pincher attack and beetle spit. Okay, we're going to do manual combat. And now we'll get a little taste for the tactical map here. So our army is gargantuan.
The battle has started, Commander. The defending army always gets to act first, followed by the attackers.
Tactical operations can be launched during combat as support, although they are disabled during the first turn.
During a combat turn, each unit has 3 action points to spend on using their abilities, which can cost between 1 and 3 action points.
Okay, standard turn-based tactical shit.
Using an ability always ends the unit's turn.
Got it. Every unit also has move points, and using these move points will leave a unit with fewer action points to spend. Tactical movement colors on the ground indicate how many action points the unit will have left after moving there. The red overlay on the ground means the unit will be left with no action points after movement. Got it.
Commanders and heroes are some of the strongest units in any army.
Yeah, Space Andrew Johnson. I mean, they call him Old Hickory because he carries around a stick that he uses to whomp the shit out of people.
As they gain experience, allowing them to unlock new abilities and buffs.
Commanders defeated in combat, they'll return to their faction's headquarters after a certain number of turns. Heroes do not have this special protection. Okay, so we have multiple special. So Jack Gelder is special because, of course, he is. So can we cycle through units with tab or?
Each unit has active abilities that they can use during combat. Next to attacks, they have a guard ability, which increases the unit's defenses until the start of their next turn. Guard abilities always cost 1 action point.
Minimum range of the unit's currently selected ability will be displayed on a white line on the battlefield. Select enemy units and their abilities to see how you can use them. Hold down the Alt buttons while you're in to target obstacles to the ground, which is useful when using area of effect abilities.
Try moving your units forward to form a gun line, Commander. There are several nearby obstacles that your Vanguard troopers can take cover behind, symbolized by a shield icon when hovering over the hex in cover.
Something important the game doesn't tell you, shooting makes all your remaining actions be shoot actions, so if you have 2 actions left when taking a shot, you shoot twice. Ah, okay. Okay, so they want us to make a gun line to murder. How can I tell how far I can shoot? So we've got move, we've got rotate. It seems like rotating should not take an action at all. This is assault rifle. Okay, if I want to shoot my assault rifle, how far does it shoot out of range? How far can I tell how can I tell how far it shoots? Seven tiles. Okay, so we might actually be able to get these guys a shot if we move them to, say... So if we move here, we'll have 1. If we move here, we'll have 1. Or actually, if we move here, we'll have 2. If we move here, we'll have 1. If we move into the red, we have 0. Got it. So let's see what happens if we move this trooper up.
A friendly unit has moved into cover. Cover protects the unit by making it harder for enemies to
Overwatch does the same thing. Okay.
Cover is directional and only protects against attacks if it is between the targeted unit and the enemy.
Some units are too large to use cover, but they can be used as cover by other smaller units. Large obstacles will block a line of sight altogether, allowing units to hide behind them to avoid being targeted altogether. So how can I tell what kind of cover something provides? It's full cover, I'm assuming. So big shield is full cover, little shield is half cover, so we're in half cover right now. I'm assuming this would constitute an obstacle. Okay. Can I shoot these men? No, they are out of range. How can I tell what the range on my gun is? I guess it's 7, so maybe we'll Overwatch?
Some units with ranged attacks can enter Overwatch. While in Overwatch mode, the unit will have a red eye icon above its head. This unit will fire its primary ranged attack at any enemy unit that moves or uses an ability on a hex within this unit's field of view.
Overwatch can only trigger once per unit, and if a unit is using Overwatch as staggered, Overwatch mode is cancelled. Okay. We can stun people out of it. So let's put our Overwatch this direction then. How do I set it? Like, that's what I want. Do it there. I guess they did it? Okay, they have the little red icon, so I'm assuming they did it. Oh. Oh, we have zoom. Oh, nifty. Like, I zoomed way in. How do I zoom back out again? Mouse wheel. Okay. So let's see what our Vanguard bike can do. It has focus laser array. It's very accurate. It does a truckload of damage. The shot will knock back light units. High impact stagger. Reducing action points and canceling defensive moves. 25% harder to hit and cannot be flanked. Wide field laser array. Fire and flurry of laser fired an area in front of the unit. Okay, so that one hits. Got it. That. No, no. Okay, I mean, important lesson. Right click is how you confirm everything. So maybe don't do that. I guess we'll just Overwatch then. So, you know, little UI difficulty there. Alright, Jack Gelder. I'm assuming you don't shoot very far either. You also only shoot 7, so we're going to have you go into Overwatch 2. I guess we'll just bring everybody forward and put the whole team on Overwatch since our bike wasted its fire. And if these little hopper bugs come up here, we should wreck them real good, because they should walk into our entire team's worth of Overwatch. That seems alright. And I guess we're done then, because I foolishly squandered my bike. Look, see, the babies are running away. What are you going to do? They didn't do anything. They just stood there. Now, you know what? You come to me. Everybody stay on Overwatch. Jack Gelder. Bike, I want to send you out on the flank. I don't think either of these things has guns, so we're probably okay. And we'll just move you up here and have you become better Overwatch guy. Alright, come into my zone of terror, Bugman. Say hi to Echo and the Bunnymen while you're at it. Like, these bugs will not come at us, though. They're just sitting there. How far can we hurl a grenade? Like, not very far at all. Is there cover and can we destroy it is my question. So, like, how far can we hurl a grenade? 1, 2, so 3 tiles. So we could go 1, 2, we could actually... Alright, you know what? You guys run up here. And then hurl this grenade. Yes, do that. Now, don't select the unit. Throw a grenade at them.
A unit has been staggered, causing it to lose an action point. Most melee attacks and explosives will stagger units.
If a unit is in Overwatch or guard mode, they're canceled when the unit is staggered. Okay. So we can get info about these units as well by left-clicking on them. We can. So how fast do you move? You have 32 movement points. How much does it take to move over a tile? I wish I could tell. Like the movement point thing is actually not super great. So I have 32 movement points. This thing also would assume has 32 movement points, so it can get to our boys. You know what? We're going to forego cover. I don't think these things have guns. Although those beetles, it did say they have like an acid spit ability, so maybe. So we will shoot these guys twice with a 70% chance to hit. That's reasonable. Let's see what this bike can do. How far does your gun go, bike? Only 5. So we're going to have to be pretty close. Like, we won't be able to shoot you from here, but if we drive up to here, we will. let's drive. I don't want to drive like right up next to it. You know what? Screw it. Drive to here. And then we would like you to shoot this thing. Okay, this thing is really accurate. And one of the bugs died. Let's do this then and see if we can shoot the rest of these men. Oh, we actually knocked it back a square and gave ourselves a more challenging shot. Interesting. Alright, just in case these other bugs decide to get jumpy, let's bring our guys up here like in support phalanx. Jack Gelder, we could try and... You know what? We're going to try and send you around the flank. You're like a brave superhero, man. You got to go out on a solo mission. See you in hell. Also, I kind of hope you die while you're out there, all alone in the wilderness, afraid. Because I don't like Jack Gelder. It will tell you when you're moving if you can hit enemy from the tile you're moving to. There's an icon on the target info. Okay. So here come the beetle bugs.
Abilities that are used on enemy units have an accuracy rating, which is the chance that the ability hits the intended target.
If an ability misses, it will either strike another target or do nothing at all. Some abilities can also graze, meaning the ability target but with reduced strength. Okay. So very much like XCOM, hit, miss, or just suck. So our assault rifle grazed those boys. These beetle boys are getting the shit blown out of them.
Units with melee attacks will enter melee overwatch at the end of their turn, denoted by a red sword icon above their heads. While this unit is in melee overwatch, they will use their primary melee ability against any enemy unit that moves through their threatened area or uses an ability adjacent to them.
Okay. So these guys came up and did pincher attack, but it missed. So these guys are in melee overwatch, which means if our boys do anything, they get shot. So then I guess what we'll do is have these guys go throw a grenade at them. Also, how do I tell what their threatened square is? Okay, I'm assuming it's that. So we just want to have those guys not shoot at us then. So what if we just have you shoot from here? 70% chance you're flanked, you stagger them. This is only one shot though. So let's see if we can get a better, let's see if we can get a better shot. Doesn't seem like it. You know what? 70% is pretty good. Go ahead and fire at him.
A unit attacked from the sides or back is considered flanked and takes increased damage.
Okay,
Units
flanking
in
is the
that
thing.
mode cannot be flanked.
Units can be turned to face any direction, but units that have used an ability can no longer be turned. Abilities that require a target will always turn a unit towards that target. Okay.
Enemy annihilated. They never stood a chance.
So those guys, when they died, exploded and hurt our boys, though? Okay, so we scrubbed them. So that combat was a complete and total fucking joke, then. Got it. Way to go, Jack Gelder. He's like, hey, team, you guys, go out there and get him, and I will, I have to say I'm surprised you haven't yet started to throw around grenades. We actually, the first attack we ever did, Reaver, was to throw a grenade at the enemy. You missed it. The grenade didn't, though. But I love that Jack Gelder's like, go get him, boys, and then he ran over and hid behind a shed. Colony's grown big enough to support an additional sector. I recommend annexing the sector which contains the biodome, as this will add its food income to our colony. Yeah, what a surprise. Jack Gelder goes over there, exterminates the locals, and then just immediately annexes their land. Okay, so we get 110 food as a reward. We will take that reward.
Objective completed.
Search for survivors complete. Explore the nearby sector. Take control of the overgrown biodome. We got 82 research and 60 food. Okay, take that reward. Expand your colony by annexing the nearby sector. You can annex a sector by moving unit on top of the sector banner and then select Annex Sector in the available options. Annex the fundal habitats. Exploit a province sector. We get energy and production. Okay. So can we have Jack Gelder go do that?
Planets are divided into
Apparently.
geographical sectors that contain natural resources or valuable remnants of the star union.
Yeah,
Sectors
got
can
it.
be settled with colonizers or annexed as provinces to existing colonies by interacting with the central sector map marker.
Okay. Sector panel on the right shows an analysis of features of the locations present here. Actions to take within a sector are listed on the bottom panel. Annex sector as province for empty sack. Factions of the claim on this sector. Jack Gelder. Jack Gelder is not a faction. I'm the faction. Me, the player. Jack Gelder is my tool. Even though his tool doesn't quite work right.
Sectors usually have both a climb and a terrain feature that determine their economic potential.
Okay. In addition, sectors can contain locations such as resource nodes, visit sites, and hazards, which can add economic or strategic value to the sector. Can also affect a sector in other ways, such as weakening units that pass through, or causing special effects to occur during battles. Got it.
To make your colonies thrive, sectors need to be annexed to colony centers.
This lady does
This
drone
turns
on,
them
though,
into
doesn't she?
province sectors that add income to their parent colony once they are further developed.
Through experience, you'll learn how to optimize sector choices and colony upgrades. For now, pick any habitable sector adjacent to your starting colony, move an army to its center, and annex it. Got it. Okay. Hey, Pete, what's your position on filibuster reform? I don't know. I think filibuster reform is a relatively complex issue. Something certainly needs to be done to encourage debate. I think the fact that the procedural rules of the... I'm assuming you're mostly talking about Senate, since that's really the only place where it sort of applies. I think the current rules they have that are limiting to debate to like 2 hours on any topic is probably not enough. But also, again, I do feel like it's useful for the Senate to have the ability to force a vote, because while it is mostly designed to be a deliberative body, whereas deliberating on stuff is sort of their job, I also feel like eventually they need to come to a point where they make a decision. I've always thought filibustering was actually kind of stupid in general, as just like a rule of procedure. Just be like, I refuse to yield the floor, as kind of a dumb way to be a political act. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and all is a great movie, but honestly, I would like my elected officials whose job it is to govern to actually be governing, not using bullshit obstructionist mechanisms in the procedural rules of their officiating body to avoid doing their fucking job. Picking up a Vanguard military signal nearby, this could signify the presence of survivors on the planet. Bring it up on scanners. Yeah, Jack, you tell that woman what to do. Jack Gelder also hates women because he knows he can never please or satisfy them, so he has like real strong misogynistic tendencies. So locate the Vanguard military signal in the nearby sector, investigate the signal, we get an extra 36 power. I mean, I've got all this power and I don't even know what I'm doing with it. Also, did we annex this sector or not? I guess we did. Jack Gelder wants more orders. The guy he just can't get enough. Vital supplies grants 10 food to the colony it's linked to. It grants an additional 5 food in aggregate. Okay. So if we go look at our colony very quickly. Hold on a second. Empty sack. Fungal shrublands. What is the 6? 1 turn for that. What's the 6 indicate? 6 for what? If we go look at this place, do we have a sector now? Operations, objectives, colony overview.
Oh, yeah.
Command Post, hey, thanks very much. 20 month streak for Command Post. Thanks very much for the subscription, Command Post. Let's get some stabbies in chat for CP. Armies, heroes, items, oh, so we have these things, I guess. No, this is shop. What's in our arsenal? Literally nothing. Alright. If we go look at this, where was that colony overview thing? Sector production. Structure production. Sector production. Making a central replicator factory. How come we aren't building... Should we be building a structure? Probably not, because we seem to only have the one production queue. These are just different things we can produce. So we're making 18 food per turn. We still only have... Actually, our population went up by 3. That's a lot. Actually, aren't we at the maximum happiness we can have? Yeah, so we need to get more happiness buildings, or our people are going to get real salty. Where was the thing that said what sectors? Did we actually annex that sector or not? I can't tell. Maybe it takes a turn to finish? I don't know if we need to leave Jack Gelder here to do that or not, though. Apparently not. It seems to still be going on even without Jack Gelder in situ, so let's have him move then. Alright, Jack. I guess we'll just end our turn.
You have just annexed a sector, and it can now be exploited for one of the main resources. Ideally, the chosen exploitation type matches the terrain and climb features of the sector for future leveling potential.
You can set an exploitation via the Colony Center interface in the Sector Production tab. The higher level of the sector, the more that can be gained from it through exploitation. After a sector has been exploited, a specialization can be built in it to further increase the sector's economic benefit. Conduct research to unlock sector specializations. Got it. Can be exploited for additional resources. Yeah, Jack's all about exploiting anything he can exploit, right? Let's get that exploitation up and running. Hey, that's sweet cheeks. Yeah, that's right, dollface. Why don't you exploit the shit out of that? So it's fungal. As fertile plants. Got a resource node for a biodome recommending agricultural exploitation. Agricultural exploitation will synergize with both the climate and the terrain, allowing the sector to reach its full potential through research and construction. Biodome will also synergize with an agricultural exploitation, providing an additional bonus to food income. Okay. So how do we do that? If we come over here to
Objective
this,
completed.
we also completed an objective. 18 energy, 27 research. I'll take my reward. So we can upgrade a sector, which does what?
You what, mate? Where you going?
We can also burn it to the ground.
Complete.
Hey, Tack Draw, thanks very much for the subscription as well. 21 months for Tack Draw. Let's get some stabbies in there. Release sector as a forward base, which costs energy. What's the little pulse? Like influence? And takes a turn. What does upgrading the sector do? Apparently does nothing. These have little lock icons. Overgrown biodome, sector base. So I guess we just upgrade it? Oh, we have to do that here. Got it. Okay. So that takes 2 turns for us to complete. So we're currently building this Vanguard Owl. Do we have a happiness building that we can build? Because we're going to grow in 1 turn. And when that happens, our colonists are going to be very angry. I think we should queue up the Recreation Dome. And hey, queuing up that Owl, by the way, chat, it's the production overflow did go into that. So you want to make sure that you never have an empty queue. Otherwise, that production probably gets wasted. Hey, Peripheria. Welcome. Love the old fantasy ones. I mean, it's a Paradox interactive game. Typically, if you see a Paradox game, you're not going to go. Is this based on an older game? Well, it's an Age of Wonders game, so Paradox Interactive has some like very similar titles. Let's do a recreational dome then to make our people happy. Produce that. But our overflow did go into... The 15 went to complete it, and then the remaining we had overflowed into making this owl. So we were smart to queue up something extra. And I think that seems fine for that. What's nanite support? What does this indicate? Oh, our research finished.
Molecular machines are not magic, they're science. But the uncertainty principle dictates that if I explain to you exactly how it works, it'll stop working that way. So just trust me. It's not magic. It's just probabilistic, quantum state-driven subatomic machines.
I hate saying...
Stanley Strangelove.
Yeah, Stanley...
Publicist, Small Tech Enterprises.
I fucking hate you, Stanley. I hope that you never speak to us again. So we have unit modifiers, which are nanite injectors, which gives our units an ability that they can use to heal themselves. Oh, those mods also cost cosmite, which we don't have a whole lot of. So that's interesting. That would mean anything that we put a nanite injector in would take cosmite to produce. I kind of don't like that. It also gives us tactical ability, nanite support station, and tactical operation. Okay. Let's get some new research going. I'm interested in heavy laser applications. It gives us an incinerator module mod, but also the laser strike ability. I'm not super enthused about that, actually. Smart defense. Let's see what these do. It's a mod, makes unit harder to hit, and gains detection. What does detection do? I wish there was a way we could, like, get that to stay so I could click into the interlocking armor. Unit gains stagger resistance. So is that also a mod? That's also a mod. What does an engineering corps do? Gives us a new unit that we can recruit. Engineers. They have a shotgun. They have turrets. Dude! We can make our own Torbjorns. My turret! I kind of feel like I want a little mini army of Torbjorns, so yeah. They come with, it also gives us hero equipment, so we could give Jack Gelder a shotgun. Alright. Alternatively, we could go into phase manipulation, which... I just want to, you know, I want engineers, actually. Give me engineers. Research this. And did our societal research finish as well? I think that it did. Yeah, okay, it's going to prompt this. So Frontier Facilities is finished.
Our colonies require the means to protect themselves and a reason to stay. At the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer. Dollar Smith, Deneb Colony Mayor.
Our colonies require the means to protect themselves and a reason to stay. At the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer. Dollar Smith, I like the cut of your jib, even if you do sound suspiciously like Stanley Strangelove. Colony gains 2 happiness slots and 4 happiness income. Standard military structure. And it unlocks the colonizer. Okay, so we have the colonizer unlocked. We should probably produce a happiness facility, and then once that's finished, I think we'll go straight into the colonizer. So what does food development get us? Food sector level. Gives +1 level to all food sectors. Raising a sector level of a sector will increase the benefits from sector exploitations and sector okay. It also gives us bioengineered food plantation and agricultural export center. Production, alternatively, we can go production development, which does what? Okay, so this stuff only affects sectors, and the only sector we have right now is like a food development sector, right? Yeah, so we should just research the food development then. That's the only sector we have, so it's the only one that sort of makes sense. Empty Sack has an unexploited sector. How do I exploit it? I mean, you said you had an unexploited sector, and I want to exploit it. I just don't know how. Oh, okay. So we actually have to build it. Well, I want the happiness thing first, because we're going to grow next turn, so I feel like this is still the smart move. Can we queue this up behind the happiness thing? We can. Alright, that seems fine then. Let's do that. Jack now needs some work to do. Those are bad guys. Domain, unowned, army, marauder faction. We're at war with them. They're out in some fungal shrubland. Do we want to go over there? Well, we do have a quest to investigate the Vanguard signal, and it's in that direction, so I'm not sure we have a choice. Is this a sector? Oh, it is. Stardew Wilderness. Hey, we found Stardew Valley, chat! Guns and beer. Okay, Brester Kavanaugh. Boost output through so this is fungal, but also potentially a mountain. We could put a colony there. Intriguing. We could have Jack Gelder go annex it rather than... Is there a limit to the number of sectors we can annex? Hey, Jack Gelder, before you go pick a fight with this dude, and I mean, I want to do that as much as the next guy, but... You know what? Fuck it. I'm actually going to go pick a fight with this dude. Lieutenant, why did you walk backwards, Jack? What the fuck? Lieutenant Zhang? What the hell are you doing on this rock? Last I heard, you were stationed on Leave 6. Commander Jack Gelder! Oh, good. Jack Gelder is famous galaxy-wide. I fucking hate him even more now. Pete, did you have a relatively good week? I mean, it was okay. I didn't work a billion trillion hours, just, you know, more than I should have. I require your immediate assistance. Our settlement is overrun with hopper hounds, and we need help fighting them off. We're sending you blueprints for some weapon modifications. Let's burn these bugs down. Receive, Lieutenant. We'll make quick work of these bugs. Commander, before engaging in battle, we should mod our units to make them more combat effective. Select our army and inspect units in the army panel to see and equip mods. We can equip the mods Lieutenant Zhang gave us on troops of your weapons, Commander. Troops or your weapons. Please bear in mind that while the process is immediate on your weapons, modifying our troops leaves them vulnerable for a single cycle.
Objective completed.
Okay, so we investigated the Vanguard signal. We'll take our reward. Hopperhound troubles. Help Zhang defeat the Hopperhound threat. Can we control you? We can. This is the army of Jack. I'll, like, cancel that. So how do we... What's the inspect button? How do I inspect my troops? I guess this way. Okay.
Mods allow you to improve your units later in the game and allow you to adapt your arsenal to ever-evolving threats.
Mods can be unlocked to research or bought from NPC factions. Okay. I don't want to mod those, though. Can I mod... It said I could mod my weapons as well? How do I do that? I feel like this was not well explained. She said she gave us some mods. I don't see anything new in here. Oh, we have an engineer now. Alright, engineer, what can you do? You have a shotgun, you can drop a gun turret. Repair tools, targeting calibration, biological light infantry. So yeah, but like she didn't give us mods, we just have some. You add mods per unit, Pete, you were right there. Yeah, I mean, I got it. We can do this, but these cost, like... Oh, I guess she gave us flechette ammunition, because I suppose we didn't have that before. Okay. So she did unlock one. I just don't want to use that. Nadite injectors. You know, I'm not going to mod shit. I'm sure we're fine. I don't want to use... Well, you know what I was going to say? I don't want to use my Cosmite, but we have a shitload of that. She gave you incinerators for the vehicle. Doesn't this, if we install this mod, though, doesn't it leave this unit vulnerable? Like, do we want to do that? I don't want to do that. I want to go fight. Let's fight first and mod second. Found Vanguard colony. Okay. I want to fight these bugs, though. Go fight them. Like, fight these dudes. Out of movement points. Can you fight them? Not enough movement points. So nobody can fight these guys, huh? So what does this button do? Removes the army from the list of armies pending orders. We don't have any armies pending. Oh, that's basically just like wait turn. Got it. Do we have any operations? Can we prime an operation? We have none primed, none active. Also, I don't think we have any of what this stuff is, so... I guess we'll just end our turn. Let's see if the bugs move. Are they going to attack us? It doesn't seem like it. No, Jack Gelder, don't confirm or move. Cancel it. Cancel that as well. So we got another unit over here at Empty Sack. Oh, there's like a brick wall here. All right. Can this thing... Oh, this thing... Can you fly? How come this thing can move out into the water? We didn't discover the you can move on water thing yet. You know what? We're going to have you come up here to the Stardew Wilderness. Like, this thing definitely flies because it doesn't seem to suffer movement penalties. Laser repeater, targeting field, psionic resistance, arc weakness, farsight, +1 vision, flying, 10% harder to hit with most weapons, light unit, mechanical, mindless. It's a scout. Okay. So let's take this thing and have it come up here and see if it can annex the Stardew Wilderness for us. Go get me Stardew Valley. Found... Okay, I can't do that. Sector limit reach. Empty Sack needs 1 more colonist before it can add this sector. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We'll just have you chill there for a minute then. Like, you chill for a second. We could also build a colonizer, maybe? That's... Oh, that takes 30 of whatever this shit is. That's a lot. There is a sector over here in No Man's Wilderness. Does it suck? It's a fungus mountain. You know, I kind of don't hate the idea of putting another colony up. Maybe we annex this for Empty Sack when it grows, and we have a colonizer go over to Loner's Wilderness. And have it be like a production colony. Let's go ahead and queue up a colonizer. I'm okay with that. Produce that. This all seems fine.